Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is the second is not going to be this main, but go ahead on. Um, yeah. And the scripture comes from 1 Samuel 26:7. So David and Abishai went to the army by night, and there was Saul lying asleep inside the camp with his spear stuck in the ground near his head. Abner and the soldiers were laying around him. Abishai said to David, "Today God has delivered your enemy into your hands. Now let me pin him to the ground with one thrust of the spear. I won't strike him twice." But David said to Abishai, "Don't destroy him. Who can lay a hand on the Lord's anointed and be guiltless? As surely as the Lord lives," he said, "the Lord himself will strike him, or his time will come and he will die, or he will go into battle and perish. But the Lord forbid that I should lay a hand on the Lord's anointed. Now get the spear and water jug that are near his head, and let's go." So David took the spear and water jug near Saul's head, and they left. No one saw or knew about it, nor did anyone wake up. They were all sleeping because the Lord had put them into a deep sleep. All right, y'all. So I just feel like this is a message for someone. You are going through a situation where you are having to deal with something that is not your cup of tea. And whatever it is something that God has asked you to do. You know God has asked you to do it. You may be having to deal with someone that is being, I don't know, like if you feel like they are disrespectful to you or mean to you, or if things are just not going your way in general. And God is basically saying, within a second, it's not going to even be that way anymore. Within a second, things would be completely different. Within a second. And you know, sometimes we stress about things and we stress about the way that things are. And then the next time, in the next chapter of our lives, we look up and we think back to that moment, and it feels like it was literally a second ago. And I just feel like God is saying, even if it feels like it is not the best time, cherish it, because you never know when it is going to change, and you are going to look back on that moment and miss that moment. God is not going to allow you to destroy whatever this is that you have going on right now, because he anointed you for this. Like, just how David wasn't able to touch Saul. David couldn't touch Saul. And, you know, Saul was not the best of friends with David at this point in time. But God told David not to touch his anointed. You know, that is in the scripture, "Thou shalt not touch my anointed." And regardless if Saul chose to go against what God asked him to, he used his free will to go against what God asked him to. Before that moment, God did anoint him. And in the end, Saul reached his end. He received his just due. And David did not have to touch him. And I just feel like God is saying that it is not time for you to touch this situation. It's not time for you to, like, whatever it is that you are putting a spear in, like if it's quitting the job, God is saying, no, it's not time for you to quit yet. If it's like giving up on a relationship, or if it's giving up on school, whatever it is that you are trying to cut your ties with and cut your losses with, God is saying that he actually anointed you for that. God is saying that this is something that he gave to you. This is something that you are meant to go through. Sometimes we get so scared when things start getting shaky and things start getting scary, and we don't even realize that our blessing is literally within the problems that are arising, within the situations that are arising. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, when problems come, it can cause a lot of stress or it could bring you closer to your partner. But it's all within how you are reacting. At a job, when problems arise, either it can help you to become better at your job, or it can cause you to be so stressed out that you don't want to deal with that job anymore. And you miss out on that experience and you miss out on that lesson. You know, when you're trying to grow plants or when you're trying to make the seeds sprout, okay, it's like to take it all the way back to the beginning of the process. You know, if you plant your seeds and they don't sprout and you just say, you know what, I'm going to give up, then you will never get to experience what it feels like for your seeds to start growing or to eat the fruit that you grew. So you have to keep trying. Like, you know, if it doesn't happen this year, then next year, then next year, then next year, until finally you start to see some sort of progress. And I just feel like God is saying, stop feeling as though you're in the wrong place. You are in the right place. You are in the right place. Just because you are having little issues and little problems does not mean you're not in the right place. And it is not time for you to put the spear in this problem at this moment. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you who donated for the Thanksgiving Day plate giveaway, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't got a chance to donate yet, you can do so through my Cash App or through my website. Thank you guys so much. Even if you weren't able to donate, it's still appreciated. And you are still loved by me as well as God, of course. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.